Formula One, where speed meets precision and where champions are forged on the track. A new chapter is about to be written. This is your moment. Create your legacy and prove that you have what it takes to become a legend in the world of F1 racing. Introducing legendary drivers.
Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and it's an exciting video today. We had a big live stream from Hutch talking about the legendary drivers, and we're going to be looking over some of these. If you want to see the full live stream in total, go over to F1 Clash YouTube channel and you'll see that live stream, but we're just taking out the snippets of the legendary drivers portion for this video and give you my thoughts on that. All right. So we're going to be going in. First up, we got a image. Ooh, I didn't even get a screenshot of that image. But we got an image. It's going to be about 8 legendary drivers and 1 bonus legendary driver that has not been announced as yet. So they're going to be updating the legendary drivers, releasing them as the days goes on their social media profile. So they blocked out a few and they showed a few of the legendary drivers. All right. So we're going to be looking at how we're going to be getting these drivers, what we can use them for, and so on in this video. So let's jump on into it. So here we go for our first clip, and we see it's going to be a new rewards tab coming into the game, where you see in your driver section and your car parts section, you're going to see this big brand new claim reward button. So this is a brand new reward system that's going to be added to the game. It's not going to be taking away the pit pass. It's not going to be affecting any of the current rewards. It's basically new added rewards. My concept on that, I have been asking for some form of new added rewards for a good while now. Since they removed the race crate, I have been asking for some added rewards, because the race crate kind of gave us a huge amount of rewards that was basically just taken away. The pit pass came in to replace it, and we didn't get as much rewards as the race crate would. So I'm happy to see a brand new rewards tree coming into the game. Though this reward tree is not as the pit pass, or it's not as the other rewards tree, I'm happy to see a brand new rewards tree. This rewards tree takes a little bit more time to complete, as it's a rewards tree for the entire season. So we're going to be taking a look now at the reward tree and how the rewards are looking on that. All right, so here Sam showed us a example of the reward tree, and as you can see here, you see collection milestones. Now, collection milestones, the brand new rewards tree, is going to be linking to your overall percentage complete of the game. So it's basically going to be linking to your progress bar that you would normally get at the end of the year, showing you the amount of milestone you need to complete to get a specific amount of reward in the new season. Now this tree is going to be for the entire season, and because it started mid-season, once it's activated, wherever you are, wherever your progress in the game, the tree is going to be going up to that level, and you can claim all of those previous rewards going up to that level where you are in the game. All right, so we see the reward is tiered from number 1 all the way up to tier 200, and if you want to get the max legendary driver, which is Michael Schumacher, you're going to need to get up to 200 in the tier tree. But there it is, the tier tree from 1 to 3. So among the tier tree is a lot of prizes. You have crates, you have coins, you have bucks, you have power-up tokens, you have boosts in there in the reward tree. I personally don't like the idea of adding boosts to the reward tree in this reward. Because it's a long distance reward, it's a long overall reward, I don't really see the reason to add boosts. I would add more like crates, more like power-ups, and more like assets in this reward tree instead of adding boosts. All right, and I would definitely keep the coins in there as well. So that's basically the reward tree. And legendary drivers are going to be a part of the reward tree. So as you can see here, reward number 1 is Mario Andretti. That legendary driver he's going to be like let's say, the worst legendary driver in the game, compared to Michael Schumacher, who's going to be the best legendary drivers in the game. And then you're going to be having the in-between drivers for each tier as you go along. All right. So that's basically the tier tree and basically how it works. So as you go along, progress in the game, as you level up, you unlock parts, unlock your assets, and you level them up. Then you will have more legendary tree points, more collection milestone points, and those points is going to be added up to give you the tiers. Now, we don't know if you have to max out every complete thing to get to the legendary Michael Schumacher. We don't know if you have to max every single asset, unlock all assets, max out all assets to get to this level. That wasn't clear by Hutch Sam. He said he was going to look back into that one. But it's going to be interesting to see how much you need to complete in the game. It's going to be a fair amount, probably at least 90% of the game complete you're going to need to get up to Michael Schumacher card at the end there. A lot of guys have already completed about 90% of the upgrades, so they're going to be getting that as soon as it go live. But for mid-level players that have been playing from the starting of the new season, you should be at a good above at least 50-60%, so you'll be getting a good amount of rewards. Only the new players are going to be getting a slow amount of rewards here as they're just coming into the game. All right, but it's a nice to see that reward tree added into the game. All right, let's look at the next clip. All right, so in this next clip we see where the legendary drivers, there they are unlocked. Now it shows you right here the tier that each one of them are unlocked. All right, some of them are blurred out. The ones that have not been announced yet has been blurred out. So you have tier 1, which is Mario Andretti, the first legendary driver. Then you have collectible tier 25, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, and Michael Schumacher at 200. All right, and they did say they might be a bonus legendary driver in there, but Hutch Sam is going to be making an announcement on that later down. All right, so those are the tiers of unlocking the legendary drivers, and as I said, it's linked to your game progress. So as long as you're playing and you're progressing in the game, you're upgrading stuff, you're moving up, you're going to be able to get more tiers and unlock more assets from the collectible rewards. All right, so legendary drivers and how they're going to be working. All right, so here we have a shot of Mario Andretti, and underneath his legendary status right there, you can see event availability juniors or higher in the GP events. Now, legendary drivers are not going to be just able to be used in every aspect of the game. You're not going to be able to use them in duels as yet. Hutch Sam did say it's a pre-rollout, so it's the first iteration of legendary drivers. So maybe later down in another iteration, then you're going to be able to use them in duels. But for now, you're not going to be able to use them in duels, as that's going to be a bit unfair, and we all understand and know that. Now, GP events, you're not going to be able to use them in all GP events, but there are going to be some GP events that you can use your legendary drivers in. Now, the legendary drivers do have GP restrictions as well, as we'll go over now to this image and see the restrictions. All right, so over here we have some drivers. We have Andretti, one who have not been announced, and we have Michael Schumacher. And if you look up closely, availability juniors or higher in the GP events for Mario Andretti. Then you're going to have challengers or higher in the event for this unnamed driver. And over here you have Champions GP for Michael Schumacher. So the Michael Schumacher driver will only be able to be used in Champions GP. He can't use in contenders, can't use in challengers, can't use in juniors. All right. This driver can be used in challengers and higher. He can't be used in juniors. And I guess another driver is going to be able to use in contenders and higher. He can't be used in challengers, and so on and so forth. So the GP restrictions continue and affects your legendary drivers as well. All right, so your drivers will only be able to use in special events that allows legendary drivers to be able to be used. I figure it's going to be a good amount of events that they're going to be used in anyways. Though there are some events that they're not going to be able to use in, there's still going to be a lot of events that they're going to be using in my opinion. All right, now the legendary drivers does not carry on into the new season. All right, they're going to be placed in your Hall of Fame at the end of the season, and then I guess a brand new iteration of legendary drivers will be created for the new season. So you don't get these drivers to carry over. As I asked, will you be able to carry over these drivers? You don't get these drivers to carry over at all. All right, so these drivers are going to be ending at the end of the season, and I guess a brand new iteration will come with the new season for these legendary drivers. All right, so Hutch did announce some other changes that's coming, some little minor changes here and there. They did announce some bug fixes as well, but as I said at the starting of the video, I'm just here to talk about the legendary drivers. If you want to see the changes, or you want to look over all the changes that has happened, I'm going to be posting some shots right at the end here to show you guys what the changes were and what the bug fixes are. You can just pause the video and look through those, but that's basically going to be it for me. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos, and the update is coming November 6th, so I think that's next Monday. So yeah, look out, it's going to be a massive one. We have a lot more rewards to collect. I appreciate that, Hutch, to add in more rewards. I still think that we still need a few more avenues of rewards so players can be able to make their upgrades and do their upgrades as they go along. All right, but yeah, it's interesting to see more rewards. As you know, I like new stuff, so I'm here for the new stuff, and it's going to be an interesting end of season going in here. All right, so that's basically all I have for you guys about the legendary drivers and all the legendary drivers details. Now we know how we're going to be getting them, where we're going to be able to use them, and when they will end, and when we'll get them as well in terms of the update. All right, so that's some good information. It was a great live stream from Hutch. Really appreciate Hutch Sam for sharing all the details with us. And yeah, go check it out and see all the details of things. All right, so that's basically going to be it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Shout out Christopher Graves.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.